Hi guys, what's going on? My name is Jake and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we're doing something a little bit different. I'm going to talk to you guys about the 10 best Netflix shows of 2017. If you're like me and you're really picky and you don't know what to watch, then this video is for you. I went through a lot of Netflix shows I didn't like, shows I liked, and shows I kind of like. So these are all going to be my favorite Netflix shows. This is all my opinion, so keep that in mind. Before I begin this video, I would just like to ask you one question. Do you guys like these off-location videos, or you want me to just go back in like a room with a blank background? So let me know. There will be a poll over here. Just click yes or no. Without further delay, we're going to start the list right now. Coming in at number 10 is Bob's Burgers. If you don't know, Bob's Burgers is an animated show. It's about a guy named Bob and his family. He owns a burger shop and they just kind of get through life. If you ever watch The Simpsons, kind of along that lines, they get through life, do their own thing. Bob's Burgers has a lot of episodes, so it'll keep you occupied for a while if you want to watch this show. I also think the show is really funny. A lot of my friends watch this show, so if you guys want to check out Bob's Burgers, then go check that out. At the number 9 spot is Fuller House. I picked this show because when Fuller House first came out, season 1, I really enjoyed it. You don't really need to watch the regular Full House to enjoy the Fuller House. It was really entertaining and I enjoyed it and I couldn't wait for season 2. Fuller House is basically about these adults, mostly girls, who try to raise a family of mostly boys, and they gotta get through life. It's a lot like Full House. I really don't know how else to explain it. So if you like Full House, I would recommend Fuller House. There's 2 seasons on Netflix now. There might be a 3rd season, I'm not too sure. Coming at number 8 is 13 Reasons Why. 13 Reasons Why is a relatively new show. A lot of people are currently enjoying this show. Everyone's talking about it. So 13 Reasons Why is basically about a girl who kills herself, and there are 13 episodes. In each episode is a reason why she killed herself. The chances are you probably know someone who watched this show, so if you want to know more about the show, you can ask them. So now we're at number 7 on the list. This is where all my favorite shows start to come to play. I know a lot about each and every one of these shows, and they're some of my favorite shows ever on this list. Coming in at number 6 is the 4400. This show is about 4,400 people that got abducted from the 1920s all the way up to present day. They got abducted by an unidentified flying object. They all reappeared at the same time period in present day. None of them have aged at all, and all of them have powers of some kind. 2 FBI agents, one in which abducted one of the 4,400, and the other one which has a cousin who is one of the 4,400. They solve crimes according to the 4,400, and they try to protect them and serve them, and in some cases take some to jail. This show is really good because it's not like they just bust them every episode. There's a major plot that's going around in each episode. I would definitely watch the trailer and check this show out because I really enjoyed this show. There are 4 seasons, so this show will keep you occupied for a while. It's really good, especially towards the end where everything is finally coming together and you get to see what happens. Coming in at number 6 is a show I just recently watched. It is called Wynonna Earp. It's a fairly new show and I really enjoyed this show a lot. This show would have been higher on my list, but there's only 1 season out so far. Season 2 is coming out sometime in June. This show is kind of like Supernatural. This show is about a girl who ran away from her problem and finally came back down to face her problem. She and her family is cursed and has to get rid of all the demons that are in their town. She teams up with a fellow secret agent and her sister to help tackle this mission. It's really interesting because they have to bust all the guys and send them back to hell where they belong. So basically, to sum it up, these 2 sisters and this FBI agent fight to save their town from the demons that are trying to escape and take over the world. It's something along that lines. They might not be trying to take over the world, but they're trying to get out into the world. But as the show is, they can only stay in that town until they open the gateway up, which they're trying to do. So they have to stop them before they try to open the gateway. All these demons were real people at one point that killed and murdered people. They're disguised as their human selves, but they're really demons who rose from hell, and she has to send them back to hell. This show is really interesting. It's kind of like a new modern western show kind of type. I really enjoyed it. I wish there was more seasons, but like I said, season 2 is coming out in June, so definitely check the show out, especially if you enjoy Supernatural. I'm sorry if there's like wind in the video, sorry. Coming in at number 5 is the show Limitless. I was really sick one day and binge watched all 22 episodes of Limitless in 2 days. Wind, go away. It started to get really windy outside, so I didn't want you guys to get affected by the wind, so I did move locations. Coming in at number 5 is Limitless. The first episode, first scene, immediately caught my attention, and then I was hooked from there. I watched all 22 episodes in 2 days. It's about this loser kid who discovers his new drug. The drug makes him extremely smart. And then one way or another, the FBI hires him to solve crimes on this drug. They only hire him because he is immune to the side effects because he got this shot from a guy. And he needs to help the guy out with all the problems he needs in order to stay alive. I think it's really good. It's only 22 episodes, so it's not that long. I think you guys should definitely check out Limitless. It's really good. Coming in at number 4 spot is iZombie. I recently started watching this show, and now I'm all caught up to date with the show. The show is originally on the CW, then goes over to Netflix a couple weeks after it's finished. The show is now on season 3 and is airing on the CW every Tuesday. Once again, like Limitless, this show is about a girl who solves crimes. She basically has the perfect life. She just got a job as a doctor or nurse type of thing. She's engaged. Then her friend invites her to go to a party. She doesn't want to, but her husband convinces her to. Then at the party, she then turns into a zombie. But these zombies are a little different than most zombies because they can stay human as long as they eat brains. Her whole life changes as she breaks the engagement because she's a zombie, doesn't want to infect him, doesn't want to ruin his life. She quits her job and gets a job at a morgue so she can eat the brains. She then solves the murders of the victims' brains she eats because she has flashbacks sometimes when she gets to the right location and sees the right things. She knows how they got murdered. It's actually really interesting, and it's another crime solving show. I really like those crime solving shows apparently, but definitely check it out. Coming in at the number 3 spot is Z Nation. I'm currently in the middle of watching this show, so that's probably why it's super high on my list. I am completely addicted to the show. I watch a couple episodes a day. So the premise of the show is in the zombie apocalypse, and one man got the injection of the shot, which immunes him to zombie bites. Only one man got this because as he was being tested, the lab got invaded. So they got to take him from the lab in New York to a lab all the way in California, and people die along the way, and they have a crew, which is a really great crew to me. They have to take him to California, and all this stuff happens on the way. Fighting zombies, getting involved with people. I think the season 1 was fantastic. The beginning of season 2 wasn't too great to me because they got to get him to the lab in California, but all these side and weird stuff are happening. But once you get to about the middle of season 2, it starts picking up again. I think they changed their style of editing too, because the intros are fantastic to me. And it starts getting good at the end of season 2. I have 2 episodes left of season 2. I'm pretty sure season 4 is coming out sometime this year. If you like The Walking Dead, I would really recommend this show. You're fighting through the zombie apocalypse to get this man to California to save the world. It's super interesting to me, and I enjoy it a lot. There are only 2 shows left on this countdown. These are my 2 favorite shows on Netflix. So if you are enjoying the video so far, make sure to hit the subscribe button. It'll help me out a lot. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. So here are the final 2. Coming at the number 2 spot is a show that came out this year, 2017, called The OA. But there's only 1 season so far. I think season 2 is coming out late next year, and I can't wait for season 2. I don't want to ruin it too much for you guys. It's about this blind girl who ends up in the hospital, able to see again. She was missing for a number of years, and then finally she's now home, able to see just fine. She gathers a group of strangers to listen to her story and to help her out. Her story is the best part about the show, and I don't want to go into any detail of what the story is. I want you guys to find out for yourselves. Definitely check out The OA. I think it's honestly one of the best shows on Netflix. But there's only 8 episodes, so it's not going to take you that long to finish. Coming in at the number 1 spot is a show that is my favorite show of all time on Netflix. It is so good. I had all my friends watch it. They really enjoy it. There's currently 3 seasons on Netflix, and season 4 is currently on the CW right now. This show is called The 100. So here's what happens in the show. Picture it as present day. The Earth gets completely nuked. The Earth gets nuked, but there are people inside the space station. So the people of the different space station form one big space station called the Ark, and they survive up there. In this space station, if you commit a crime, you basically get floated, which means you get thrown into space just to die like that. But if you're under 18 and you commit a crime, you don't get floated. You go to jail until you turn 18, then when you're 18, you get floated. So basically, there's around 100 people in jail who are under 18 who need to get floated. The space station is dying, so they send these guys back to Earth to see if they survive. The Earth is habitable, and they have to survive down there by themselves. They did run into people who did survive the nuke, and they gotta survive. I would definitely watch a trailer to each of these shows, especially this one, because me explaining them doesn't do them justice. The trailers do them justice, so definitely watch the trailers. I would definitely check out each and every one of these shows, especially the ones higher on this list. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. This is something different than my normal videos, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every 5 days. Make sure to smash that like button and comment below your favorite shows on Netflix. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video.